You gotta talk loud.
Look at my hat.
Wait, not yet. Big man, big man, big man. Tower, let's hear some. Just talk. Nobody's here yet. Just talk.
What's up, everybody? Alexander Markov does this in turn. Your dad coffee. Miles Wood.
Calm down, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Let's get your questions in, boys. Super quiet. Tyler, you gotta speak up. Speak up, Tyler. Let's go.
I want to see what concerns you may have. If you have hockey in general. Shoot.
Second, Tyler. You're like not heard at all. Check his mic volume. Is your mic volume high? All right, try talking now.
Yeah.
You're so laggy. Yeah, whatever. Tyler, talk. Oh my God, you're so laggy, bro.
You hear me?
Yeah, talk a little bit.
You can hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's better now. Talk, yeah, it's good. All right, now we gotta get viewers in here, so get your questions in.
Who would be ice?
Let's go. Tell us. Let's hear something from the viewers.
I just want to hear hockey questions. Anything you have, I don't care what team you like, I don't care what players you like. Any questions is a good question.
Yeah, we want to hear it. We don't have any more viewers anymore, Tyler. All of them left. They're fucked. Oh my God, Tyler.
I startled them.
Mm-hmm. Please get your questions in. Let's go. I want to hear you guys talk. Let's go.
I'll start it off. Eric, how do you think Robin Leonard's going to do next year?
Terrible. He sucks.
Really?
Yeah, he does suck.
Or was he a product of the Islanders defense, or do you think he's that good?
He's obviously a product of the Islander defense. He got likes of Adam Pellick on the decor.
So does that mean Semyon Varlamov should be the finalist?
He's gonna be. Oh, we got a question here. The top 5 worst teams. I think he left. Whatever. We'll just talk about it. The top 5 worst teams in the NHL 2019-20 season. What do you think, Tyler? I mean, there's no viewers here, but.
Well, all right. So no particular order here, but I'm just gonna go Ottawa Senators, LA Kings, Anaheim Ducks. I'll throw Detroit in there, and I'll throw Minnesota in there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with Ottawa, Anaheim, Los Angeles. Yes, you're right. Detroit, and what's another mediocre team? Maybe a mediocre metropolitan team, but I can't really think of any. Yeah, I mean Detroit's gonna be number 4. Yeah, but we'll be number 5 though.
Yeah.
We'll be number 5.
Like I said Minnesota. Like
Yeah,
pretty,
Minnesota.
Like,
Minnesota. I'll go Minnesota.
mediocre.
No, they're not good enough to be mean. They're good enough to. No.
I was Edmonton, but Edmonton
No.
I feel like has a lot of upside this year.
Get your questions and let's go. We gotta get something. We gotta get talking here. Let's go. Let's go. Get the top questions in. Yeah. So top 5 worst teams for me is definitely Minnesota is gonna be up there. Yeah, even if they got a lot of injuries this year. Detroit, Anaheim, Los Angeles, Ottawa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think Detroit's gonna be respectable because they got Dylan Larkin.
It'll be respectable, but it's just that a matter of how respectable.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe not. I don't want to put Detroit in there. I still think they could make some kind of respectable push.
Who would you put in Detroit's place?
I don't know. It's a tough decision here. That's a good question. Maybe, but I don't see them finishing top 5. Yeah, I guess you'd have to put Detroit up there.
Are going to make a push for the playoffs.
If you look at every team in the NHL, excluding the Senators and maybe the Ducks, I think everyone has capability to make the playoffs, and that's going to make the NHL really fun to watch next year. So yeah, get your questions in, guys. We did just the top 5 worst teams. Let's keep going. Talk about anything. What do you think's gonna happen with Ristolainen?
I think he ends up getting traded before training camp. Although the GM came out and said he doesn't want to make a move right now, they'll make stuff up like that just to get the media off them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's gonna get moved.
Yeah. Rank these leagues: NHL, SHL, KHL, DEL, AHL, and the Liga. NHL is going to be obviously number 1 because it's NHL. It makes the most revenue. Everyone watches it over the world. And then KHL because it's what Russians watch. Because not everyone is able to watch KHL over there in Russia, NHL in Russia. And then I'll go with the Liga for number 3 because I like how they develop all their prospects, and they have to play with older men and definitely tough for them, but it makes them better players when they come out. Like look at Line A, he came out of the Liga, and I like the Liga. It's some tough teams over there. Then the AHL,
look at Kappa coming out this
right? Yeah, and then the AHL is definitely just as good. It's a good farm system over there, but it's just a little softer. But it definitely gets you used to NHL ice better. And then the DEL will probably be my last one here, or second to last one, or maybe the SHL. That's a Swedish hockey league, right? I think SHL. But again, I like all these leagues because they can develop prospects really good, nicely, especially the Liga. You play against grown men. You come out as a mature person. Any questions? In? Let's go here. Anything. We'll talk about it. That's the whole point. How about Marner still not signed? I wonder when that's gonna happen, if ever, at this point. Brassard's not.
He's not signed. Brassard's not signed. Jake Gardner's still not signed. It's just weird. It's like August. Jake Gardner's one of the top free agents to start. He's still not signed. So it's just what's going on.
Yeah. Maybe it's their asking price, but Gardner's is still like it's still ridiculous how he's not signed yet. How many people do you guys have on your staff? I don't know the number specifically, but we have more than enough. We have a lot of people, great people working for us. Timothy Lurgren or Rasmus Sandin? That's a tough one. I'm going to have to go Lurgren because he's a little overhyped, Lurgren, but I think he has more potential than Sandin. because Lilligren was picked in the first round. He has good defensive skill. He could also chip in offensively if he has to. I like him. He's a two-way defenseman. And top 5 RFAs this year. From this free agency, I would go. Well, I mean, obviously Marner, then Line, Kyle Connor, Zach Wierenski, and one more. I mean, Troy McAvoy is really not an RFA because he's not eligible for to get qualified to get offer sheeted. But I could definitely say Troy McAvoy 100%, yeah, or Mikko Rantanen instead of McAvoy.
And Braden Point too.
Yeah. Top UFAs after 2019-20 season. Obviously Taylor Hall. What else is out there?
Roman Yossi's out there.
Roman
He'll probably
Yossi.
get re-signed though.
Yeah. What else?
Nicholas Backstrom and Braden Holtby coming up
Yeah.
from the Capitals.
Yeah.
Alex Galchenyuk is going to be one. If he puts up a lot of points, he could be an interesting one to see where he'll go, or maybe he resigns at Pittsburgh. Alex Pietrangelo as well, coming up the push for the Blues. That'll be interesting to see how they deal with their cap space to resign their captain.
Yeah. I like Evgeny Dadonov out there too. Nobody talks about him. He's he's probably the most underrated piece in that Panthers team. The whole team is overrated, really, but I like Dadonov's game. What else is out there, really? Like you said, Hall, Alex Pietrangelo, Mike Hoffman, Braden Shen, Chris Kreider. He's most likely going to hit the UFA market. I think he will. He's going to get a lot of value.
Masnikov, not a big name, but
Alex Galchenyuk. I like Alex Galchenyuk out there. Carl Soderberg is coming off after this year in Arizona, so I don't. But maybe he'll stay.
Tyson Barrie too.
Yeah. Ty Smith or Adam Fox. Ty Smith. I think Ty Smith is way better offensively and defensively. I like Adam Fox. I like this NCAA game, but Ty Smith really just proved that he could be a legitimate defenseman in NHL. And I maybe Fox be the same defenseman as him, but again, I think I want to see it in the real game first before I judge. But I like Smith better. Right as of right now, he's a top 5 defensive prospect in the NHL. Doughty versus Carlson. I got to go Carlson here. Doughty is 100% overpaid. I don't like his temper. He seems like way too cocky sometimes. And you have Carlson over here, humble. And if you consider what he had this year, down year, that's a really good down year. He had 42 points or 52 points, but still, it was 40 to 50. It was really good. And also, it wasn't the best defense season for him, but I'm sure he's going to bounce back next season. With his contract, we had the contract over $10 million. Ranked the top 3 Colorado players: Rantanen, McKinnon, and Landeskog. Obviously McKinnon's going to go first. Then I'm going to go Rantanen and Landeskog. The reason why is because McKinnon is the top 3 player in the NHL, and he makes his teammates better. Mikko Rantanen feeds off McKinnon really nicely. Landeskog is the perfect fit to have in that line. A big power forward. What do you think? The top 3 Colorado players and Landeskog, Rantanen, and McKinnon.
Yeah, like you said, McKinnon definitely number 1. He's the heart and soul of that team. As we like to say here, the bread and butter. Number 2, you have to put Mikko Rantanen, young up-and-coming player, fits well with Landeskog and McKinnon. But Landeskog, I'm going to put at number 3. But very underrated player in my opinion. Doesn't get the credit he deserves. Been with that team since day 1. Captain. Doesn't get the credit he deserves in my opinion.
Yeah, and back to the free agency question. We've missed a few defensemen. Nobody talked. I'll bet that not a lot of players, people know who hockey fans especially don't know who Eric Gustafsson is, but he put up over 60 points in the Blackhawks this year. Nobody talks about him at all. I think he's the solution. Once Keith retires, this is the guy they've got to look out for. He's a free agent after this year, but they're gonna have to re-sign him because he's one of the best offensive defensemen out there. And I also can't forget Jake Muzzin. He's a really good player. He's out there next year. He's a little shaky when he's getting when players are getting physical on him. He gets a little shaky and gets injured. But I like both their games. Taylor Hall back to Edmonton? No, he does not go back to Edmonton. I don't see why. He's the leader. Yeah, he's a leader on New Jersey. He could score 100+ points if he wants to on his on his good game, and plus he gets better teammates this year. Gusev, Subban, Jack Hughes, Wayne Simmons, great depth. So I don't think there would be any reason to go back to Edmonton out of all places. If he was gonna leave, I think he's gonna go to the Islanders because his best friend Jordan Eberle's on the team. If he was to leave,
No, right now his most probable destination is Montreal.
I don't see why he would go to Montreal. It's one. I don't see why. I can see why they would go for him, but I don't see why. Top worst 3 trades in recent memory. Okay, let's go with. I want to go first here. We'll go one by one. I'll go Ras for Niederreiter. That's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Next one I'm gonna go with is most probably remembered trade. The notorious for Wonder Hall going to New Jersey for Adam Larson, going back to Edmonton. Yeah, it even stings a little bit more that Hall won a Hart Trophy with New Jersey.
Yeah, and my next trade is gonna be Phil Forsberg for Martin Era. Terrible deal. And Michael Latta, you can't forget. The 2 grinders. Terrible deal. And Philip Forsberg became a bona fide sniper. But I don't think it hurt the Capitals as much because, they still have Ovechkin and Kuznetsov, who's considered a sniper. They have more than enough goal scoring. But, yeah, it would have been nice to have him either way. But it doesn't – I mean, if I didn't have to choose that, I would go Ryan Strome for Jordan Eberle. When does McDavid ask to leave Edmonton? I don't see why he would ask yet. But yeah, if he doesn't make the playoffs this year or next year, I could see it happening because it gets frustrating to miss the playoffs, especially when the best player in the world. And you got Draisaitl, top 8 player in that NHL, also missing. You got Nugent Hopkins who could leave. You got after 2 years, or I think after 2 years you could leave this year and the next. So, and you also got Klefbom, Nurse, but the goaltending situation is questionable. Is Lundqvist NHL goalie, a legit NHL goalie still? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
No, definitely questionable. His best years are behind him. Unless he somehow has a great year this year behind that defense, that's a little questionable as well. I just think he'd be better suited off in a backup role where he could play less games and a less terrible where I think better suited in a backup role where maybe Lundqvist plays 30, 25 games a year. I think that would suit him best.
Yeah, I agree. 35-20 games for Lundqvist would be really well. So yeah, I don't think he's a legit goalie anymore. Because of his age and that shaky defense on the Rangers that's going to be on this team this year. And it's even worse than last year's, you could argue. I mean, they got Trouba, but they also lost Shattenkirk, and there's some questions in the depth down there. Can Mark Stahl be the best defenseman on that bottom 4? I mean, I don't think so. And you got to depend on Weebor Hadjek and Adam Fox to be good, and Jacob Trouba. He was. It was nice to have Morrissey and Myers, Tyler Myers, to back you up there. I think it really helped them, and especially Bufflin too. And they had a great defensive depth, so I don't think he's gonna be as good. I don't think he's gonna be as legit as he was previous years, obviously. Will Scott Darling find an NHL or AHL team? I love Scott Darling. I think it sucks he lost his job. He was great in Chicago, but Carolina wasn't so good. I think the right team has to take a chance on him. I think he should start out in the AHL and maybe work his way up. Maybe a team like Ottawa could take him on, but maybe not because they already have Craig Anderson and Anders Nilsson there. Well, maybe a team like Anaheim does. Maybe Chicago takes him back, but I don't see why again with the Liner and Crawford unless there's an injury. Yeah, there's not a space for him in the NHL necessarily, but maybe AHL, and he could work his way up there. It's all right for the spam. Don't worry. We want it. We want the spams. Been following Element Hockey since 24 hours. Thank you for the support, man. What do you think? Will Scott Darling play in the AHL or NHL? Tyler, you think Scott Darling's going to play in the NHL or AHL?
No, I definitely think he'll find a role. I don't think yeah, but who really needs goaltending depth right now? Everyone has it covered, maybe except
Detroit, maybe, but I don't see it.
Maybe, but Edmonton has.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Smith.
Right, I doubt it. I don't think he has any role in the team anymore. Best offseason pickups, Joe Pavelski, I like a lot. Underrated contract. What else? I mean, I wouldn't say Bobrovsky and Panarin only because of their cap hit, but I'm gonna go Bobrovsky because the cap hit is really high. But again, desperate team would make a desperate move, especially like the Florida team that needs a legitimate goalie and they get that Bobrovsky, but at what cost? But yeah, it's still a good pickup. So Pavelski, Bobrovsky. Zuccarello, I'm not sure if Zuccarello is as good as a pick. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, you mentioned the big names, but a couple underrated signings that we saw late were Marcus Johansson going to Buffalo on a 2-year deal on a very cheap contract. In my opinion, I think that will help the Sabres a lot going forward with the depth. Gustav Nyquist too, signed July 1st with Columbus Blue Jackets. That was a very cheap deal too. He could have got more, but he'll help Columbus. But he's not going to fill the shoes of Artemi Panarin whatsoever. Another move I like is the Devils picking up Nikita Gusev. He's the wild card this season. He can either put up, be a big stud, put up 60 points, or be a flop and put up anywhere from 10 to 20 points.
I like Leonard for the Blackhawks. But I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of pickups, but I guess cap hit is the biggest thing that weighs some of those pickups down, like Panarin, for example.
Yeah.
I like Pavelski, like I said before. Well, some offseason pickups that didn't get picked up yet: Brassard, Boyle. I like Marlowe's out there, Williams is out there, Gardner's out there. So I think those have to get picked up soon.
Ben Hutton's still out there, young guy himself.
Yeah. Biggest risers and fallers and standings this year compared to last season. I think the Devils definitely jump up. That's 100%. I don't see how they would go down. They have the same. They have the same core and they added even more, which is great. Especially Subban, like I said before, Hughes, Gusev, Simmons. We signed Butcher in a healthy Hall. That's critical. So I'm gonna say Devils make the playoffs after missing by almost 20 points last year, or more than 20. Ottawa will rise, but not that much. They'll be in the low 30s to mid 30s because I respect their offseason pickups like Tyler Ennis, Connor Brown, Ron Hainsey. I like Nikita Zaitsev. I like they got rid of Cody Ceci. Anders Nilsson is really good. I like him on that Ottawa team. I think Anderson will have a bounce back year. Shabbat will have a good year. So I'm gonna put them in the mid 30s. I like that for them. The Rangers will definitely get better. I mean, they got Panarin, who we know is capable of scoring 90 points. They got Jacob Trouba. I like those pickups, so they'll rise. The followers, one more riser. I'll put the Edmonton Oilers. I think it's time for them to make the playoffs. I think this is the year they do it. Make the playoffs, not win the cup. That's another question for another day. Followers, I think that some followers might be teams like maybe the San Jose Sharks. I think they're going to take a little step back after losing a lot of their core, but they still have Carlson and Joachim Couture and Timo Meyer, and so it's not that bad. They still have depth, reasonable depth. I think maybe a team like Carolina. Yeah, Carolina drops off. Yeah, because of their. I think it was kind of a fluky year, but it definitely you can also argue it wasn't a fluke. They have a superstar in Aho. And maybe they could just make the playoffs. They could still make the playoffs. They're just a good chance they could fall. Pittsburgh could fall. Really bad signings for them this offseason. I don't like them at all. Is Matt Murray underrated or overrated? I think Matt Murray is underrated because after 2 seasons ago when he had a 908, people called him overrated. But I'm going to say underrated now because nobody knows that he had a 920 this year on frustrating defensively Pens team sometimes to watch. So I think he's underrated. He had a really good goals against. I was under 2.7. I like him a lot. I think that he's really underrated. People say he's overrated, but I disagree. I think he's overrated. You think it's time for Philadelphia to blow up the whole? No, they're not. They're not blowing up the team after signing Kevin Hayes, Justin Braun, getting Matt Niskanen. No way they're rebuilding at this point. They're gonna have to. Their fans are gonna have to watch a grueling team for the next 7 years at least. I don't think they're going to rebuild. I don't think they need to rebuild. They're playoff hopeful. They can just do a hopeful team around Hart right now. They can make the playoffs. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I think they can definitely make the playoffs. Like you said, I completely agree with you. But I don't know. It's just so this season is gonna be so unpredictable this year. Every team has a chance to make playoffs. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy this season.
Yeah.
No one knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Who is the best two-way player in the NHL? I'm gonna say Sean Couturier. Because nobody really realizes that he put up 75 plus points in the last 2 seasons. He took Giroux's spot on the first line center. He plays wing now. I think it's a good line. Him, Giroux, and Voracek. But I'm gonna go Couturier. People don't really look at him. He's one of the best centers in the league, in my opinion, too. New York Rangers, Columbus, or Philadelphia, just 2019-20 season. To make the playoffs, I'll go Philadelphia because Columbus, that goaltending is questionable. And New York, I just don't think they have the right pieces to make the playoffs yet. But yeah, for sure, I think that all 3 teams have a chance. I'm gonna go Philadelphia for the safe bet. What do you think, Tyler?
I completely agree with you. Philadelphia is a safe bet. Too many wild cards at the Rangers. Will that defense, shape up to what they thought is going to be? Will the young guys perform? Will Lundqvist come back to form? But too many wild cards with them. The safe pick is Philadelphia, and Columbus just lost too many pieces to really solidify their spot.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly what you said. There's just too many spots out there that are already locked in. Well, like you could say Washington's locked in, maybe the Islanders, Devils. Yeah, 100%. Morgan, Frost, Cody Glass, Martin Necas, Kirill Kaprizov. I haven't really seen Morgan Frost play a lot. Cody Glass, I know he's good. He's going to be really good for the Knights. I want to see him play a game soon. I know Martin Necas will be good. I know, Tyler, you like Martin Necas a lot for his game defensively and offensively. But I'm going to have to go Kirill Kaprizov because he lit up the KHL the last 2 years playing with grown men. He could handle it, and it's not a problem for him. I think he's going to come over and be a star. He has great hands, and I can't wait to see how that transfers to the NHL. Do you agree, Tyler? What would you rather pick?
I'm gonna go. Although I do like Kirill Kaprizov a lot, I think he'd be elite in the league. I like Cody Glass more. I feel like he has a higher ceiling than all these guys. He's going to be a big, powerful, scoring center. He'll pot a couple in for the Knights this season. I wouldn't look for his point totals to be too big this season, but the year after this, I think that could really be his breakout year.
Yeah, I know. I think he's going to have a really good year, 100%. I don't know if he's going to come over Kirill Kaprizov because he's taking a sweet time. He's getting into his 20s. I want to see him play for the Wild already. Rank these Pacific teams for next season: Anaheim, Arizona, Vancouver. Okay, well, that leaves Calgary, Vegas, and San Jose. So obviously you're going to have to go number 4. It's tough here. I guess number 4 you could go Edmonton because, I don't think that they're going to miss the playoffs, but who are they going to replace? But, I mean, this is your ranks. If I guess number 1 on your list would be Edmonton. Number 2 would be Arizona. 3, Vancouver, and 4, Anaheim. What do you think, Tyler?
I think number 1 should be Arizona. I like the addition of Phil Kessel. I like their decor. I like their young group of forwards, too. I think number 2 should be Vancouver. I like Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, and Bill Horvath together. That's just a great core of forwards. Their decor shaping up with Quinn Hughes. Tyler Myers had just signed recently. Ole Ulevi could be coming up. But number 3, I'll put Edmonton. They just need to find that winner next to Connor McDavid, and I think they're good. And number 4, I'll put who's the last team?
Anaheim.
Yeah, I'll put Anaheim.
Yeah.
No explanation. They're just a rebuilding team.
Yeah. Opinion on Zach Bogosian, all-star. He's an all-star. Best NHL meme account. Got to go Kailer Miyamoto here. What about you, Tyler? You know any?
I I like Uncle Leo memes.
Yeah, I like him
good.
too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I like Harry Maguire though. He's funny. Yeah, get more questions in. Let's go. I want to hear some questions from you guys. Besser or Pedersen? Pedersen because Besser has been injured the first 2 seasons, and Pedersen, we saw what he could do last year. He's dynamic, but don't get me wrong. They're going to play in the same line, and Besser's going to put up 40 goals if he stays healthy with Pedersen. Yeah, I like Ten Hitchcock too. He's funny. He's really funny. Matthews or Marner? I mean, both overrated, but I guess I'll go with Matthews only because Marner outscored Tavares and made his game much better. And he was playing the fourth line before Tavares came. So Matthews, I'm going to have to go with because he doesn't have to play with star players to put up points. But that's not a compliment. They're both pretty overrated in my book. Sam Steele or Trevor Zegras? I'm going to go Trevor Zegras here. But I think Sam Steele's going to be a really good forward, high top 6 forward potential, 100%, yeah. But I think I like Zegras' play. I think he's going to be really good this year. Yeah, so keep getting those questions in. Let's go. I want to hear these questions. Tyler, you got any discussions you want to talk about for now?
Let's talk about jerseys for a little bit.
Yeah, like what jerseys?
Did you see the new league jerseys for the Bruins and the Oilers?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Oilers ones, and I like the Bruins ones. I think they're both good. Some people say they're really bad, but I like them.
So I like the Bruins ones. It's just their Winter Classic jerseys and their colors, per se. But the Oilers, if they just took it up like the Penguins Flyers Stadium series, try to make it it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Edmonton does kind of look weird, but I could live with those jerseys. Get your questions in. Let's go. I want to hear these questions. Anything. I want to hear them all. We'll discuss anything. Rank OHL, QMJHL, WHL, MHL, Super Elite, USHL, BSHL. Okay, Tyler. Rank the OHL. You want to rank OHL, QMJHL, WHL, MHL, Super Elite, USHL, BCHL, AJHL, NHL. That's a lot of leagues. All right, number one, I'm going to go OHL. Number one, I'm going to go OHL. And
yeah, OHL for sure.
Yeah, number one, I'm going to go OHL. Then go WHL. WHL.
Yeah.
Number three, QMHL. Number four, the USHL. Number five, the MHL. Number six, the Super Elite.
Those Super League.
Yeah, elite. BCHL. Number seven, AJHL. Number 8 and number 9. I'm going to NHL. I like all those leagues though. But I think OHL is the most prestigious one for prospects to develop in to the best they can be. You're redesigning the NHL. Which 3 cities are you adding teams to? I would go Quebec, Seattle, and
they're getting the team.
Well, yeah. So not Seattle. So maybe Houston, 100%. Quebec. I think there's more than enough Canadian teams. I don't know the last one. What would be the last one? What would be yours, Tyler?
I'd look into maybe
adding another New Jersey team, getting a rivalry.
Canada only has 7 teams.
Yeah, but where would they put it?
They're the country that started hockey.
That's what I said. Quebec. That's one.
Quebec. You could do
maybe a capital battle. Ottawa.
Montreal team
or Ottawa. Ottawa maybe.
Maybe.
Quebec Nordiques can come
maybe
back.
Do like
Hartford maybe. Hartford can come back. I like Hartford.
There's not enough fan base for Hartford.
We'll see.
It feels like a rink. They're playing in a mall.
Yeah. Would you rather prospects develop in college hockey, juniors, or pro? It's a tough one here. I mean, at college hockey, I think it's too soft for the players, and juniors would be a good option. But I think pro leagues like the KHL, Liga, and those leagues would be the best for development because they get to play against older players. But I think for the best, safest development will be juniors because it's all the same age and it's a safer bet. Ranking top 3 NHL prospect accounts. Number 1, NHL analysis prospects. Number 2, Number 2, NHL discussion because they do go over prospects, and I can't think of a third one. NHL news accounts, NHL discussion. NHL. Oh, let me answer this question. Does NHL discussion suck? It doesn't suck, but I don't. I don't like the GM rankings at all. It's terrible. You can't put.
Yeah.
You put David Poyle at number what was it, number 1 or number 2, and he traded.
Put George McPhee at number.
Yeah, George McPhee number 1 is very questionable. No idea why he would do that. But David Poyle number 2 was even worse. I mean, the guy goes out and signs Colton Sissons to an 8-year deal worth $3 million. I mean, I get it, he's a good player, but for 8 years, come on. And then he trades Subban, which you could still get more value than what he did from. He gets us 2 seconds and Davies, and I think he just got more than that. He could have got more than that. I hope Duchesne works out for him for his sake, or his job could be in jeopardy. Top 3 news NHL accounts. I would go NHL discussion, hockey coverage, and I don't know. I can't really think of a third one. Hockey coverage, NHL discussion. What are your top 3 news accounts for NHL, Tower?
Well, yeah, NHL discussion is definitely number 1 for news. Anything else other than that, no. Yeah, like you said, hockey coverage is a good one.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 big ones. There's everything else.
Yeah. NHL feeds is good. I like NHL feeds.
Mm-hmm.
NHL discussion doesn't suck, like I said before.
Maybe just players is a good one.
Yeah. Ben Bishop or Braden Holtby. It's a tough one here because Holtby has had like a really good seasons, but so has Bishop, and he's really found his game since being frustrated in Tampa that one year in LA split season. But Holtby's numbers have been declining like rapidly the last 2 seasons. So as of right now, I'll go Bishop. But yeah, as of right now, career wise, and right now recent wise, I'll go Ben Bishop because of his numbers. I like them, and I think he's only. But then again, Braden Holtby is a Cup champion. What do you think, Holtby or Bishop?
I'll go Bishop strictly because I think Bishop helped teams like Tampa and currently Dallas make the playoffs, and he even helped Tampa get to their first Stanley Cup Finals since 2004. He helped Dallas get to the playoffs this year. I think without Bishop, get to the playoffs. But then again, Holtby does have a Stanley Cup on his resume. But yeah, I'm still going Bishop with this one.
Yeah. Career-wise, Bob, Price, Quick, or Rene? I'm not going to go Rene here. Quick is a questionable one. Bobrovsky, I'm not going to go here. I'm going to go Price or Quick here. And it's tough to choose between who because in their primes, they're both amazing. But I think Price has continued that brilliance, and Quick has obviously dropped off. So I'm going to go Price here. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I agree. I would have went Price too.
Yeah.
I would have narrowed it down to Price and Quick. If we're talking 5 years ago, I probably would have went Quick. But yeah, like you said, Quick dropped off. Price is continuing his impressive game.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you 100%. Who is the best NHL future, not prospect pool? Colorado Avalanche, because even without their prospects, they're pretty deadly. They got Sam Girard. They got I'll include the elite players as well. They got young Nathan McKinnon, who's underpaid for the next 4 seasons. You got Mikko Rantanen, who needs to get paid. You got Gabe Landeskog. You got Tyson Jost. You still have Girard. You have Makar. You have Byram. It's an unreal team. I love their future. Grubauer is gonna have to be great in that net if they want to win anything. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go the Colorado Avalanche in second. Maybe the team like the Vancouver Canucks, maybe with Quinn Hughes and Vasily Podkolzin leading the pack. I like them a lot. Boston Bruins prospect pool overview. I like Pavel Shen, who they just got from overseas. I like Urho Vakinen. Yeah, I like him. I like Jack Studnicka. I heard of Trent Frederick over there. He hasn't played a game yet, but I think Boston fans have a lot to look forward in him. He's like a big power forward. Jacob Blacko could be good. So they're not bad at all. But I think it's not good enough for a team that's gonna rebuild sooner rather than later because of the aging core. And I think they want to do it fast with Pasternak still there. McDavid is a one-dimensional player. Change my mind. What do you mean by one-dimensional? Like he's the best player in the world. He's the best player in the world. Then
No, he means. I think he means like one-sided play, like offensive. Since he's not that good.
no, that's not true. He can do it all. I disagree. That's what you're trying to say. McDavid is the best player in the world, best athlete in the world. Ranked the NHL division based on competitives. Number one, Metropolitan Division. Every team in that division is contending. Number two, the Central Division. Central Division. Again, every team is contending in there. The only team that's questionable in there is Chicago, and that's they're still contending, and because they have a lot of good pickups from this free agency, and they still have a really good team. Number three is the Atlantic Division. Again, really competitive, top five teams. But then when you get to that bottom three, does not look pretty at all. With Detroit and Ottawa, even Montreal, I don't know if they're gonna be as competitive as they were last season. But and Buffalo, and then obviously at last we'll have the Pacific there. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that division. I think only three teams can make it from there. The bottom five are considered rebuilders at this point. Gusev or Kaprizov? That's a good question. What do you choose, Tower? Gusev or Kaprizov?
I don't know. I see a lot of similarities between the two in the style that they play. I think Gusev's has better vision for the ice. Gusev's more of a playmaker. Kaprizov's more of a sniper. But I've seen a lot more hype around Gusev than Kaprizov, so I'm gonna go with Gusev.
I agree. Shostorkin or Sorokin? Yeah, you could say Kaprizov, right? I would go Gusev only because he had better numbers last year, and I think he could transfer that nicely. Shostorkin or Sorokin? I'm gonna go Sorokin here. He's the KHL goal of the year. He carries SKA over there, and Shostorkin just as good. Just my bias kicking in as an Islander fan. What do you think, Tyler?
No, I agree with you. Ilya Sorokin, like you said, goalie of the KHL. If he does come over from KHL, I think the Islanders team will be 1,000 times better than what they are. But that's if he ever comes over. Shostorkin's, in my opinion, just as good, but I mean, I think Sorokin's going to be the better in the long run.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm going to go Sorokin as of right now. Toronto, Ottawa, Detroit rank their future. Number one, I'm going to go Detroit. They have a lot of good prospects over there. I like Philip Hronek. It's an underrated name. Philip Zadina is going to be good. I like Moritz Seider. But they don't really have any goalies. Ottawa's number two. Number two is Ottawa. They got Brandstrom over there. They got Brady Tkachuk. They got Thomas Chabot. He's really good. They got why am I drawing a blank here? Colin White. Colin White is really good. I would look forward to their. I would look forward to their future. I'm looking forward to the future for sure for Ottawa. Toronto, I'm going to go third because they're going to be contending for the next 8 years probably, and they really don't have as big of a future because as Ottawa and Detroit, but still respectable. They got Rasmus Sandin. They got why am I drawing another blank here? Timothy Liljegren. And Morgan Riley's still really young, so I like the team. And Marner's young if he resigns. Matthews is young, even though he could leave. I like the team a lot too. Gibson over underrated. I think it's in the middle because his stats do kind of look inflated. He plays a lot of most of the games in that Ducks team. I'm gonna say in the middle. Definitely more on the underrated side than overrated because of that team. What about you? What do you think? You think he's overrated or underrated?
Yeah, I think he's middle, like you said. He gets credit like he deserves sometimes. Other times, not the credit he gets. But he had a pretty good save percentage on this Ducks team that wasn't so good this year. But the goals against average, as you could tell, was on the higher side.
Yeah. But he had a respectable season for that Anaheim team. Is Pavel Shen good? And what about Askarov?
Yeah.
Let me start with Askarov. Askarov's gonna be more like a really good goaltending prospect for next year's draft. I like his glove hand, even though there's a lot of controversy about that. I think he could show up in the big moments, and I can't wait to see him play in the NHL in a few years, maybe 3 years. I see a team like Detroit drafting him. They need goalie prospects. Maybe Ottawa. Is Pavel Shen any good? Pavel Shen is good. His game, Bruins fans have a lot to look forward in his game. He could definitely start the season second line right winger, but we'll see. Tyler Bertuzzi, Mantha, Andres Anthony, and Larkin ranked. Larkin number one. I mean, it's a no-brainer. He's an elite player, and I hope he brings a new game next year, even better than this year. He's really good, and I can't wait to see how he plays. Maybe even with the captain in his captaincy logo on his chest. Second will go Mantha. He's a big power forward. He could put up 40 in one of his prime years. I can't wait to see that. And Tennessee's third. I mean, I love his speed, and I'm not trying to saying he's bad by putting him at 3. That's how good their young players are. He's fast. He can score 30. I like him. He can kill penalties, play that overtime, and then Larkin and him are deadly in overtime session. Ty Bertuzzi's really good too. He put up close to 20 this year. Nobody really talks about that. They talk about his penalty on Clutterbuck more than how good he was this year. Detroit fans has a lot to look forward this upcoming year. Why is Matt Grzelcyk so underrated? Dude has some good advanced stats. I know, I like him too. He proved he could be a really good relief defenseman for the Bruins last year. Nobody talks about that he had a really good playoff stats, even though he's a defensive defenseman. Why is he underrated? Maybe it's because he's isolated in the third pair with Kevin Miller and Brendan Carlo. What do you think, Tyler? Why do you think he's so underrated?
Who are we talking about? You cut out there.
Matt Grzelcyk on the Bruins, the defenseman.
Yeah, Matt Grzelcyk definitely underrated. Like you said, I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves because he goes unnoticed on that third pair. But definitely a notable name that we saw in the playoffs. You heard his name almost every couple seconds he was out there in the commentator's booth. Possesses the puck really well. Physical guy. That's what you like to see in a defenseman.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like him, but nobody talks about him a lot. Yeah, we could definitely talk about an advanced stats video one time. I think it's important. Corsi, regulation, all that stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a video one day. Yeah, I was going to say that Philip Larson is insane. He had really good seasons. 932 in his freshman, like you said. He played for the University of Denver last year. He played good. Eliasson is good too. Yeah, I agree with you. I just forgot to mention them. Yeah, I agree with you completely. He's gonna be Detroit's future goalie if everything pans out to be good. Nobody really talks about him. I think he's an underrated piece. What's up, Riley? Is Barkov underrated? Not anymore. He was underrated, but I think everyone can see he's a top 5 center. He should win the Selke every year, in my opinion. He's probably the best defensive forward. Can you name any more than 5 defensive centers that can play penalty kill, power play, overtime, first line center, and have over 94 points, Tyler? Besides Sean Couturier and maybe Kopitar?
Yeah. Maybe Patrice Bergeron, but he can get over 94 points this year. Yeah, Patrice Bergeron, a notable one.
Mark Stone, but he's not a center.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Really no one
notable. 100%, yeah. Why is he so underrated? Maybe, I mean, I think we all know why he's so underrated. It's obviously because he plays in such a small market, a team like Florida. I think that they have to put some more promotions up if they want people to come to their games. They have empty seats. It looks like you can see the tumbleweeds in there. You can hear a pin drop in there sometimes, but as better the team gets, more fans will come, and especially free agency will attract them to come there. It's warm there. Questions go. Oh shit, my connection is unstable. There you go. Was the Blues Cup championship a fluke? Yeah, was it Blues Cup championship a fluke? What do you think, Tyler? Tyler.
I don't think it was a fluke. Only because they were projected to go top 3 in the division before the season even started. I'd say they underperformed for the first half. Instead I stepped up their game, go expecting them to. But no, I wouldn't say it was a fluke.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a fluke, but I can't lie. The refs definitely helped them win the cup. But there's no certainty on what could have happened. But yeah. No, don't get me wrong. They deserve that cup. Any more questions? Let's go. We're going to wrap it up here. Keep sending in your last questions, please. We want to hear them. Keep sending in the questions. Let's go. We want to hear this. Let's go. Get your last questions in. I want to hear it. I want to hear anything. Come on. Let's go. I want to hear them. Anything. Let's go. Don't be nervous. We're going to answer the questions. No questions? Let's go. We'll give it 2 more minutes, see what happens over here. Any more questions? Who's the most? Okay, Tyler. Before we end, who's the most underrated center in the NHL?
Let me think about this for a minute.
Sean Couturier for me, or Evgeny Kuznetsov. Evgeny Kuznetsov is one.
Sean Couturier.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah, or Evgeny Kuznetsov.
See, I'm gonna go with. Yeah, you might not like this one, but I'll go with Trocheck in Florida.
He had a really bad year last year, but okay, yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. Oh yeah, what do you get your last thought in? Get your last thought.
I was gonna say the years before this one.
He had 75 points.
Very solid season.
He had 75 points. He had 75 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, I said 50 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't think he gets crazy deserves, like you said, because they play in a small market like Florida.
Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, we're gonna keep posting these live streams. We know you like them, so subscribe if you like this. Like the video, please. Thank you for watching.